Hi everyone, thanks for watching this interview. My name is Sarah and today I'll be interviewing Nadia. We work at United Way of King County, which is a nonprofit organization in Seattle that focuses on ending homelessness, helping students graduate, and building financial stability. Let's get started. Nadia, please introduce yourself and tell us what a typical day in your job is like.
Yeah, sure. Hi, so my name's Nadia. I am a volunteer engagement manager at the United Way of King County. And a typical day in my job really looks like trying to connect people's passions to community needs through volunteerism. So maybe that looks like coordinating volunteer projects for a team at a company or a group of students. In addition, I also lead a volunteer development program that is really focusing on supporting our leaders of color in the community to sit on nonprofit boards across the county.
Thank you. So can you tell us a bit more about what your educational background is?
Yeah, so I went to a four-year university and I double majored in history and Spanish with a minor in economics. So all of my studies were a little all over the place. It was hard for me to land on what my passion was, but I think in the long term, that's really served me well in being able to have a diverse background of studies, perspectives, ways to approach problems and problem solving, critical analysis, all of those different skill sets that have been really helpful in my professional journey thus far.
Great. And beyond your educational background, how much job experience did you need to get the position you're in now?
Yeah, I think it looks different for everyone. There, isn't like a magic number of how many jobs, would have prepared me for this particular role. But one thing that has been valuable in my experience is working in different sectors. So before I started at United Way in philanthropy, I worked in the for-profit sector and also in the nonprofit sector. And I think being able to be in those different environments and thrive in kind of how I approach my work and being able to build transferable skills across these different opportunities has been really helpful. And some of those skills being like project management, communication, timeliness, etc., have really helped me be able to be successful in my current role, but also bring a different perspective.
Awesome, thank you. Can you tell us why you feel that your job is important?
Yeah, I think my job is important because it really provides a space and an opportunity for people of different backgrounds, experiences, identities to come together and work towards a common goal or the common good through volunteerism. So I see volunteerism as a vehicle for us as a community to work collaboratively and really address some of the challenges that we're seeing our neighbors face as a collective, and also to be able to build empathy, compassion, and understanding of why we're facing those challenges as a community and how we can work together to really drive the impact and the change that we want to see.
Thank you. So when you applied for your current role, what was the interviewing process like?
So the interview process was actually in 3 different stages. The first interview that I had was kind of an opportunity for me and folks at United Way to meet face to face. Because prior to that, I had only, they'd only seen me on paper, whether that be through my resume or my cover letter. So it was a chance for us to kind of connect and get clarity on what the role was, what were the criteria or the background that they needed in order for someone to be successful in that role. And for me to also kind of get a feel of like the culture at the organization, what their values were, and really for us to just kind of get on the same page in terms of this role and whether or not I might be a good fit. And then the second interview was actually kind of an opportunity to get a better sense of what a day and a typical day might look like in this role or what sort of projects I might work on. So I actually was given a case study or like a simulation interview where It was, here is a problem that you might experience or a project that you might work on. And I was given like a week's time to come up with a plan, or like how I would approach the problem. And I was asked to put it together in the form of a presentation. And so when I went in for my second interview, I was presenting to a panel of people on, again, given this sort of context or given this sort of project that I might be working on, how would I kind of do goal setting? What would be my milestones? How would I put processes in place to achieve the outcomes that I wanted? And so it was very presentation based. And then my third interview was when I actually got to meet the team that I would have been working on. And it was a chance for us to kind of see, what kind of energy I might bring, I could contribute. I could kind of ask in more depth what day-to-day looked like in interaction with each other, and kind of ways that we might collaborate on different projects. And, again, being able to reference the presentation I had done previously to really demonstrate the skill set, the expertise that I could bring to the team.
Thank you, that was really helpful. So one more question, what do you have to balance or sacrifice for this role?
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting being in the volunteer space because there are so many people that I'm working with outside of like our organization or our company. And so with that, there needs to be a level of flexibility. And I'm mainly thinking about, for example, like time. So sometimes my shift hours will change. And so I have to have a good balance of, work and life outside of work. And that might require that I work later in the evenings, because that's when volunteers are available, or maybe even weekends. So just having that built-in flexibility is something that I have to be open to. But then I also, again, want to strike the good balance of my time at work and then outside of work. I also think that there's a lot of opportunity in this role to kind of think broadly about systems, and how the work that we do at United Way has a really huge impact beyond just the people that I interact with on a day-to-day basis. And so really trying to find a balance of thinking about, the work that I do as an individual and how that has a ripple or an impact, and where it intersects with broader initiatives, focuses that our community may have, and the role that I can play in that.
Thank you so much for sharing, Nadia. Is there anything else that you want to share with viewers?
I just think that it's really exciting that you all are starting off on your professional journey. I think that this is a really critical first step to kind of do some exploration and learn from others who've gone through this process. So kudos to you for taking the time to hear from folks. And just, wishing you the best in what you choose to do next.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this informational interview. We wish you the best in your next steps and future career.